14:14 Marienplatz in München, Rathausbalkon. Seit gestern gehört sie uns wieder ganz offiziell wieder einmal zum 26. Mal.
Good afternoon and welcome to Munich and welcome from Munich's City Hall. You are watching our FCB TV moderator Herbert Steffe, who will help us through the next hour or so through the program that we have prepared for you. Herbert just informs us that the team is still on its way. It's traditional, of course, for Bayern Munich to celebrate the championship here on Munich's City Hall. And it's also traditional that the Bayern players have quite some difficulties to make it to Munich City Hall because there's so many people up and about on Munich streets coming here to celebrate this championship like so many before. We're a little lucky. The weather is okay for now, but we've already had rain and hail today in Munich, so let's just hope that the weather holds for the next hour or so when the Bayern team presents the Bundesliga trophy to the many thousands of fans here on the Marienplatz in Munich. And of course, the Bayern women's team also presents its trophy. You can see, as always, the Marienplatz is packed with Bayern fans. The atmosphere is fantastic here. And again, it's going to be a few minutes before the players of both teams arrive here in the center of Munich. Of course, yesterday the teams celebrated together after the last Bundesliga match of the season against Hanover. A players' party with the officials of the club. Took quite a while from what I've heard last night, but that's not the reason why the players are a little late again. It's traffic. Let's just enjoy these beautiful pictures for a couple of minutes while we're still waiting here for the players to arrive. So as you can see, thousands of fans literally here at Munich City Hall. You can see in these shots from above that some of the streets to the left and right are blocked off. Some of the fans have been here since the morning hours already. The whole city center was bustling all day long, despite the fact that, of course, all the shops are closed here today. Earlier, we saw pictures of the Allianz Arena, also of the Olympic Tower. All of this not very far away from the center of Munich. We hear that the team is getting close, and we're confident we might have an interview with stadium speaker Stefan Lehmann coming up. 26th championship celebrated in style, as always, here in Munich by the FC Bayern team and the many thousands of fans that came here today. I assume not many of the Hanover fans stayed along to join this, but it is really worth a visit. It's a fantastic atmosphere here. As you can see, a resident DJ, the stadium speakers here, the Bayern officials will be here later. Of course, the Bayern team in its entirety, also the Bayern women's team. We had the opportunity yesterday to talk to some of the Bayern players about the upcoming weekend because, of course, there's, I wouldn't say concern, but we have a game coming up, of course, in 1 week's time, and Thomas Müller is the expert. He is very experienced in all of these celebrations. Just now you can see on the very far left of your screen, that's the Munich Olympic Tower. So that's where Bayern Munich used to play, and if the camera did move over to the right, it would really only be a couple of seconds until we would see the Allianz Arena. But this is a great view of the roofs of Munich. Thomas Müller said, of course, yesterday after the game there was a party. Thomas Müller and Philipp Lahm, as well as Manuel Neuer, are of course some of the team's leaders, and they said yesterday that was a real good opportunity for the players to finally celebrate, to let go, to unwind a little bit. Today, Thomas Müller called it public recovery process together with the fans at Munich's City Hall. I'm sure they're going to calm down a little bit with the partying today, and then starting tomorrow, Philipp Lahm was adamant the Bayern team will start preparing for the most highly anticipated game of the domestic football season, and that is, of course, the cup final, the Dream Cup final that we're all looking forward to against Borussia Dortmund, the two best teams of the country, playing what is sure to be a top-level football game, hopefully with a better end to Bayern Munich. I can hear some voices in the background, but rest assured the players aren't quite here yet. We still have a few minutes to go before they will arrive. We'll talk more as we go along about the individual success of the players. 11 of the Bayern players celebrated their fourth championship in succession yesterday. And of course, this is all a new record. This is all new ground. No one's ever achieved that before, at least not in Germany. David Alaba is one of them, the Austrian Football Player of the Year, Sportsman of the Year. Jerome Boateng with his fourth championship in succession. Javi Martinez as well. What a great timing he had joining Bayern Munich in the treble season and staying along through the Pep Guardiola era. Holger Badstuber. I think I'm going to interrupt for a minute because we have a little interview coming up here with the mayor of Munich, Dieter Reiter, a Bayern fan, and here he is. So let me welcome the host, the mayor of Munich, Dieter Reiter. Welcome to the City Hall. It's one of the few opportunities for me to say that. Were you a little worried that maybe the Marienplatz would be empty because of the weather, or did you anticipate so many fans? I was convinced that the fans would be here because they come to the stadium in every weather. I've been here for 3 years now. This is my third opportunity to celebrate with Bayern Munich, and it's always packed. What can you tell us about the season of Bayern Munich? It was honestly an outstanding season. If the best second team of all time is 10 points behind the champion in the end. You know how good this team was, and even the exit from the Champions League season was a fantastic home game. I think that's the way to go out of a competition, even if it was bitter. Now, next Saturday we have one more game to go. Let's see what happens there. What do you think is going to happen in Berlin? 2-1 Bayern. After 90 minutes? Doesn't matter. Thank you, Dieter Reiter. I heard the team is actually just arrived here. Thank you very much for talking to us, and we're waiting for the team now. And here they are. Appropriately, Thomas Müller, first out of the bus. It's Markus Hörwig at the front of your scene, Karl Hopfner, Jan Dresen, then Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Andreas Jung, officials, presidents, the Bayern bosses. I can see a team physician in the background, assistant coaches. And Müller, as always, looking flash in the traditional Bavarian lederhosen and Janker. Most of you will have seen these outfits before. They are, of course, made famous worldwide now through the Oktoberfest, where everyone wears the traditional Bavarian outfit. By the way, a pretty new development in Munich and at the Oktoberfest. But it is traditional, and it's not only that the people in Bavaria wear this outfit at the Oktoberfest, but really for festive occasions. If you ever, for instance, have the opportunity to attend a wedding in Bavaria, you'll see that quite a few people don't wear suits but wear these traditional outfits. So it really is a festive attire that the Bayern players are wearing here today. This is Stefan Lehmann, the stadium speaker that I'm sure you all know well. Let's have a look. Here's Arjen Robben, Thiago, Hermann Gerland, Tom Starke, Thomas Müller, and Manuel Neuer. Sebastian Rode, Philipp Lahm, Serdar Taski, Costa sporting a wonderful hat here. Sven Ulreich, who played for Bayern Munich. Great gesture there by Pep Guardiola yesterday. Very flash as always. Of course, Jerome Boateng following Holger Badstuber. I think Mehdi Benatia just stepped out of the bus as well. Lewandowski, Xabi Alonso, Juan Bernat, Thomas Wilhelmi, sporting fitness coach and physician. David Alaba, Joshua Kimmich was there. Rafinha, I think everyone seems to be on board. Kingsley Coman just stepping out of the bus as well. This young man, only 19 years old, four-time champion already. Twice with Paris, once with Juventus Turin, and now with Bayern Munich. What a start to a career for such a young and gifted football player. It's going to take them a minute or so, or a couple of minutes, to actually not come out to the balcony, but go into the room behind the balcony. It's a room that's very famous because that's where the Bayern players always meet and wait for Stefan Lehmann to call them out on stage. And it's absolutely tiny, cram-packed room. You can see in the background here that it's a really beautiful old building. Not as old as it looks. It was reconstructed and rebuilt. But a beautiful city hall where these men, of course, have already been able to celebrate quite a few championships. Philipp Lahm, of course, immediately dragged to a microphone. Let's see what Stefan Lehmann has to say.
The same procedure as every year. Ja, wir sind heute deutscher Meister. So, hier sind wir. Die Weltpresse ist bereits anwesend. Passen die Kameras, Jungs? Passt alles? Ja?
So the fans, you can see at the bottom left of your screen that Philipp Lahm is being interviewed on, and it's being shown on his screen here. So the fans know that the team is here. And as I said, it's been like this for hours at Munich City Hall. And Stefan Lehmann already announces now the best football players, the best male and female football players will present their trophies here on the balcony in a few minutes' time.
Und dann haben wir jetzt dann gleich einen Riesenspaß. Also, wir machen das so, das kann ich so viel verraten, wie im letzten
Thomas Müller, Toni Tapalovic, goalkeeping coach. Arjen Robben, here are some of the
Wir feiern
Bayern
diese Meisterfeier.
women's
Auch für
players,
unsere Mädels,
players from
die
the
ja auch
women's
ihren
team.
Titel dieses Jahr
They
verteidigen konnten.
celebrated
Sind wir alle
a
wirklich stolz
wonderful
drauf. Die
championship
Fußballerinnen des
as
FC
well.
Bayern.
Here is that trophy,
Okay.
Arturo Vidal holding it firmly.
Die paar Minuten, die wir noch
So it
haben.
was the first time that the Bayern women's team managed to defend the championship. After last season, they celebrated a surprise championship. And this is this room I mentioned earlier.
Wo sind die Fahnen und die Schals?
Always cram-packed with people. Thomas Müller obviously knows exactly where to go to. He has discovered the snack corner. And now it will really only take a few more minutes, if that, for the Bayern players to come out to the balcony and present the trophy.
Wir geben alles bis zum Schluss. Was anderes ist für uns nicht drin. Die große Chance, der Sieger holt den Cup. Die Nummer 1 ist unser Ziel. FC Bayern, forever number one. You can call us the champions of the world. FC Bayern, forever number one. We're much better than the rest. Du weißt, Geschichte wird gemacht. Die Mannschaft 1, das Team von jetzt. Gemeinsam werden wir nie untergehen, wenn wir mit euch zusammenstehen. FC Bayern, forever number one. You can call us the champions of the world. FC Bayern, forever number one. We're much better than FC Bayern, forever number one. You can call us the champions of the world. FC Bayern, forever number one. No one's better than FC Bayern, forever number one. You can call us the champions of the world. FC Bayern, forever number one. We're much better than the rest.
So, here we go. I'm sure Stefan Lehmann's going to come out in a minute and announce always a pair of players. One of the Bayern players, one of the Bayern women's team's players. They'll come out to say hi to the fans, and let's see what evolves. Enjoy these moments. Bayern celebrate their 26th championship, and for the first time, a 4th championship in succession, while the women's team celebrates the fact that they defended their surprise championship. That was him just for a minute there, the responsible man, Pep Guardiola. His last official appearance in Munich is about to begin.
26. Mal. Das 4. Mal in Folge. Das hat noch nie eine Mannschaft in der Geschichte der Bundesliga geschafft.
So Stefan just repeating here. 26th German Championship. First team ever to win 4 in succession.
Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, begrüßen Sie den deutschen Fußballmeister 2016.
Here he is,
Fußballmeisterinnen 2016.
the German male and female Bundesliga championships. Bayern Munich. The teams are here.
The champions. Hier sind von unseren Mädels Marienplatz und ein wichtiger Bestandteil in der Mannschaft des FC Bayern München, Tom Starke. Sie kommt aus Österreich, sie hat den gleichen Schmäh wie David Alaba. Und auch er, ein wichtiger Bestandteil unserer Mannschaft im Torwartteam. Hier sind Manuela Zinsberger und Sven Ulreich.
Manuela Zinsberger and Sven Ulreich, the backup goalkeepers for the two teams. Ulreich had the opportunity to play yesterday. He was fielded I think after about 51 minutes. Great opportunity for him to enjoy the Allianz Arena and a great gesture
Und auch er, ein großer deutscher
by Pep Guardiola.
Deutsche Meister 2016, Carina Wenninger und Serdar Taski.
Carina Wenninger from Austria and Serdar Taski joined Bayern in winter. Only played 3 games, but the latter 2 were such good performances that I'm sure Serdar Taski can enjoy a bright future, if he likes, probably in Germany as well.
Und auch er weiß, wie man hinten verteidigt. Deutsche Meister
2 defenders coming up.
2016, Raffaella Manieri und Medi Benatia.
Midi Benatia not looking too happy there as he comes out onto the balcony, but he certainly played a decent season for Bayern Munich, marred of course by several injuries. 14 games, however, for Bayern, and most of them really good performances.
Arbeiten muss, dafür ist sie bekannt. Und auch er, Mr. Zuverlässig, immer, wenn er gebraucht wird, ist er da. Spitzname Sepp. Deutsche Meister 2016, Nicole Rolser und Sebastian Rode.
Nicole Rolser joined Bayern Munich from Liverpool. The beginning of this season celebrates the championship, and Sebastian Rode, one of the men who are not often in the spotlight, but an invaluable part of the Bayern team nonetheless.
Sie ist schon eine gute. Und auch er hat gezeigt in seiner ersten Saison beim FC Bayern, was er drauf hat. Eines der größten Talente in Deutschland.
Joshua Kimmich, what a season he's had. Leonie Meyer.
Und Joshua Kimmich.
Leonie Meyer already a really important part of the Bayern women's team. Has been for a while. Kimmich working his way into this role with a great season performance. 23 games for Bayern Munich this season, 15 from the start, and what great performances he's shown. Two defenders, Katharina Baunach and Rafinha, who not only showed a convincing performance on the pitch yesterday, but also on the dance floor later, behind the microphone, a, let's say, interesting rendition of No Woman, No Cry at the players' party last night.
Ach, liebe Bayern, ist das schön. Schaut euch das an. Und jetzt, ich sag's ja immer, der liebe Gott ist ein Bayern. Jetzt auch noch Sonne hier auf dem Münchner Marienplatz. Was können wir uns Schöneres wünschen? Deutsche
Yeah, beautiful weather in Munich. Perfect timing. You can see how cloudy it is. It's really just opened up for this event, it seems.
ausgeliehen. Ich bin mir sicher, dass wir den kaufen. Deutsche Meister 2016, Laura Feiersinger und aus Frankreich, Kingsley, komm on!
Laura Feiersinger and Kingsley Coman. As I said, 19 years old only and already four-time champion, twice with Paris, once with Juventus and now with Bayern Munich. Stefan Lehmann just announced he's pretty convinced that Bayern Munich will buy him, will take that option. He's on loan for 2 years from Juventus Turin, but Bayern have a buying option. And well, Stefan Lehmann would buy him. Let's see what happens. No reason not to from where I'm sitting right now.
Als wir letztes Jahr mit den Mädels im Trainingslager in Florida waren, da gab es ein Testspiel und da ist sie uns aufgefallen, da haben wir gesagt, was kostet die, nehmen wir gleich mit. Gott sei Dank, eine super Kickerin, auch jetzt ihre erste deutsche Meisterschaft. Und der Mann, der sie begleitet, der hat in dieser Saison seine Gegenspieler schwindlig gespielt, dass die Knoten in den Beinen haben.
So I think Christy Mewis is coming up, who joined.
Claire Faulkner und
Oh, it's Claire Faulkner and Douglas Costa. Costa, of course, celebrates his first Bundesliga championship. Great season by him as well, and already an important part of the Bayern team. Interesting to have Costa and Coman right next to each other. The future possibly on Bayern Munich's wings, the successors of Franck Ribéry and Arjen Robben.
Leute, es ist ja eine internationale Truppe, sowohl bei den Mädels als auch bei den Männern, und so muss es auch sein. Deswegen freut es mich, dass auch sie deutsche Meisterin geworden ist. Die kleinste im Team, aber gewiss nicht die kleinste, was ihr fußballerisches Können angeht. Hier sind Mana Iwabuchi und Juan Bernat.
Mana Iwabuchi, the shortest player on the ladies team, but an important player and a successful player. And Juan Bernat, another one of these really reliable, consistent performers you need in every team. Another one of those players who doesn't steal the spotlight, but a player that every coach can rely on, and the type of player material you desperately need in every top team.
Ist eine der besten deutschen Fußballerinnen, hat auch immer wieder leider mit Verletzungen zu kämpfen gehabt, hat sich dann immer wieder zurückgekämpft und wir wissen genau, was wir an ihr haben. Genauso an ihm, ein Mann, der so mit dem Ball umgeht, dass man mit der Zunge schnalzt. Deutsche Meister 2016 vom FC Bayern München, Lena Lotzen und Thiago.
Thiago, the gentleman as always. Lena Lotzen, one of Germany's top football players. Unfortunately, a season and a year or two even marred by injury. Thiago knows what that means. But fantastic players and really already some of the stars here now in both teams.
Muchas gracias, Thiago.
Thiago, by the way, played his 50th Bundesliga game against Hanover yesterday.
Ja, doch, oder? Ja, dann kennt ihr sie natürlich alle. Und er ist einer, der vor Achtung, Vitalität nahezu strotzt. Deutscher Meister Sarah
Romert, one of the team leaders in the ladies' teams, and Arturo Vidal. I think you can say the same thing about him. What a season by Vidal. It took him a while to make everyone understand just how good and just how important he is for any football team. And again, as I mentioned, 11 Bayern players celebrated their 4th Bundesliga championship yesterday. Vidal has just celebrated, or is still celebrating, his 5th championship in succession. 4 with Juventus before he joined Bayern Munich. And again, what great performances Vidal has shown. Mario Götze, maybe his best season performance yesterday against Hanover. So many rumors surrounding his futures. Nothing official yet, though. Seeing him play yesterday, you wonder why Bayern would want to sell him. Linked to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, but again, that's only one of many, many rumors surrounding several players. It's the end of the season. It is rumor and speculation time, and he's at the center of quite a few of them. Let's hope that he has a good future, if at Bayern, or if not at Bayern, then somewhere else. Mario Götze is certainly one of the most talented players of Germany's generation. And here's the announcement again. Of course, World Cup winner, World Cup goal scorer. He made it 1-0 in extra time against Argentina. So many stars in the Bayern team, and a lot of stars in the ladies team, at least in women's football. Let's see who the next pair is. Nora Holstadt and Xabi Alonso, one of the most decorated players in the game. 2-time European champion, world champion, 2-time Champions League winner. I don't know how many championships he's won. Having been at Liverpool for a while, not as many as some of his Bayern colleagues, but what a player. Unfortunately, he missed the last week of training due to a painful rib injury. Let's hope and let's keep our fingers crossed that he can make it for the cup final in 1 week's time. Xabi Alonso, by the way, only joined Bayern, 2 years ago. His German is absolutely outstanding and amazing. And it goes to show just how important it is for Bayern Munich too to integrate all of these foreign players. Look at David Alaba. Couldn't be happier. Apparently insisted on coming out with 2 of the Bayern ladies. Vero Conquet, Victoria Schneiderberg, and David Alaba. Quickly developing into the most popular Bayern player. A sunny boy, a really nice and friendly, funny guy. A social media star in his own right, and he deserves to be. A really funny, witty, intelligent guy, and last not least, an absolutely outstanding football player. Started out as fullback, of course, for Bayern Munich, played in midfield this season, but most surprisingly, he just evolved overnight into one of the best center halves in the European game. David Alaba, one of Bayern's really most important and valuable players, one of several players who've just extended their contracts. Holger Badstuber, 4-time champion, of course, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't really able to play in that many games in the last 3 or 4 years, but he is a crowd darling. The people love him for his fighting spirit, and he is certainly a great representative of Bayern Munich as well, just for his willpower, his attitude to never give up, to fight back from one injury after the other. Let's hope and pray for Holger Badstuber that he can be a part of the Bayern team next year and finally enjoy a season without injury. I have this crazy dream that we'll have a back 3 next year with Badstuber, Boateng and Mats Hummels that will concede next to no goals after Bayern Munich already broke the defensive record this season. You can hear the fans chanting his name. He is incredibly popular here. Again, hardly played, only 7 games, 5 from the beginning this season. Holger Badstuber, all the best again here. He's still in the recovery from an ankle fracture, and again, maybe the greatest athlete in the Bayern team, simply for his attitude and spirit to fight back year after year after year. Here's a special man coming out. 30 goals in one Bundesliga season. Robert Lewandowski, it was a long time coming. The last time a player scored 30 goals in a Bundesliga season was in the 1976-77 season. Dieter Müller scored 34 goals at the time. Lewandowski is the foreigner with the most goals in a season, the second foreigner after Anthony Yeboah to win the top scoring trophy twice, and it's only been done twice in history before that a player managed to win the top scoring trophy with two different clubs, and these are Stefan Kunz and Klaus Allofs, absolute Bundesliga icons, and Robert Lewandowski, here he is, two-time top scorer, 30 goals, and Stefan Lehmann says it, the hottest, the coolest striker in the world, and he probably is second to none. What a goal-scoring machine, what an athlete, and I can say a very, very pleasant man to work with, very well-spoken, educated, friendly, polite. Unfortunately for the ladies out there, happily married, but what an important part of this Bayern team. Tomorrow, by the way, the ladies team only officially gets the championship trophy. So if you're in Munich, then you should make your way to the Grünwalder Stadium and you can see all of these ladies in action. They play their last home game of the season and officially receive the trophy. So, Wembley, I assume that can only mean we have a Dutchman coming up. Here we go, two Dutch players, Viviane Miedema, top striker for the ladies team. She's a great talent in European football, and well, Arjen Robben, what can I say? It's not been a great injury for him, only 15 games, 14 from the start, several injuries, and boy, was he dearly missed in some of the games that he missed. He is still an unbelievable weapon to have on the wings. What a football player. There's a song that the Bayern fans sing about him in pretty much every game ever since the Champions League final in Wembley. And again, another very friendly, polite, intelligent man with a great working spirit, an absolute animal in training and on the pitch, and one of the key players of this Bayern Munich generation. Here he is, Lisa Evans together with him, and Franck Ribéry. Here is not maybe Mr. FC Bayern, that is Thomas Müller by now, and maybe Philipp Lahm, but Franck Ribéry, the crowd down. You can hear the fans. Needless to say, immensely popular in the team. And not only in the team, in the entire club. What a great character. Vanessa, no, Caroline Abe and Jerome Boateng coming up. I think, yeah, the fashion king at Bayern Munich, but not only impressive off the pitch. Hard to compare all these players with each other, but maybe the most complete athlete. What a physique, this man. 9 foot of sheer muscle, I'm tempted to say. A great athlete, the best defender and part of the World Cup final defense, which we will enjoy next season quite a bit. You can imagine the Bayern lineup consisting of Philipp Lahm, Jerome Boateng, Mats Hummels, and in goal, of course, Manuel Neuer. Now, that's three of a traditional back four plus the goalkeeper, and these four players will play for Bayern Munich next year and, of course, won the World Cup final 2014. Here comes Mr. Bayern Munich, the man who's easily slipped into or slid into the footsteps of Bastian Schweinsteiger, Thomas Müller, Melanie Leupolz, also one of the most popular and famous Bayern players of the ladies team. Müller, what can you say about Müller? Fifth championship, by the way, for Thomas Müller. Here comes another key player, Bayern Munich. Many believe maybe the most important transfer of Bayern Munich in the last decade or two. It's Tina Riga Korpela, the goalkeeper of the ladies team, and of course Manuel Neuer. Here in Munich, at least, no one doubts he is the best goalkeeper in the world, and I think you won't find a lot of people that will dispute that. Germany's number one, Bayern's number one, one of the most important men in the Bayern team. A bit of a goofball and a joker off the pitch at times, at least, but a motivated, concentrated machine on the pitch. And Stefan Lehmann just mentioning it, 18 goals last season, or leading up to this season. The goal record, the defensive goal record was 18 in 34 games. Bayern broke it again this year with Manuel Neuer at the back. Only 17 goals conceded in 34 matches. One defensive record after the next broken by Bayern Munich in the past years, which is also a part of this Bayern team that, of course, has its stars like every other team in offense. But the Bayern defense is the best in the history of German football. Here come the coaches. Thomas Wörle. We've got the boss of the ladies football department, Karin Danner. She's the head of the women's department of football at Bayern Munich. And Thomas Wörle, the coach, 2 championships in succession. The first one, as I said, was pretty sensational, really. It's only been a few years since Bayern Munich again tried to invest a little more and focus a little more on women's football, and he is such an important part of this. Another man perfectly fitting to Bayern Munich due to his hunger for success. So here come the assistant coaches. We got Toni Tabalovic, Dominik Torrent, Hermann Gerland. Hermann Gerland, you should all know, certainly one of the most popular officials at Bayern Munich. Total Bayern icon. A man who for many, many years worked as the coach of the Bayern Munich reserve team, and in this function he discovered Lahm, Schweinsteiger, Müller, Alaba, Badstuber, many more. He was, by the way, one of the people who always said Bayern Munich should never sell Mats Hummels, and he is particularly happy that Hummels now returns. Pep Guardiola, the architect, 3 seasons at Bayern, the first foreign coach, the first coach to win his first 3 championships in his first 3 seasons, first foreign coach to win 3 championships in Germany. But what's more important is no one in statistically ever achieved more points than this coach. He is statistically the most successful Bundesliga coach in the history of the game. Add 3 Champions League semi-finals, 1 cup, possibly 2 cup victories, and then you have an era of success. Of course, he knows it himself. That 1 title is, of course, missing from his spell at Bayern Munich, but his achievements are really unparalleled. He's not only changed Bayern Munich, but he changed German football for the better. Many coaches of other clubs have said in the past weeks that his influence and the impact that he's made will become visible in the next few years and maybe even decades, because he really had an impact on the Bundesliga like very few coaches before him. Pep Guardiola says goodbye and leaves Bayern to Manchester City. All the best there. May we meet him in the Champions League final and beat him. So the team, the coaches are on the balcony. Stefan Lehmann introducing now the men behind the scenes, the officials, the bosses. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Jan-Christian Dresen, Andreas Jung, Jörg Wacker, Karl Hopfner as well. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, the man who makes it all happen. Jörg Wacker. And here's Karl Hopfner, a man really popular in the club because he's appropriately now standing next to Hermann Gerland. These are 2 loyal servants, as they say themselves all the time, of Bayern Munich. For decades they've been at this club. Karl Hopfner, president, pushed into presidency due to the absence of Uli Hoeneß. And Hopfner, again, another one of these men who were a really important part of the success and the development of Bayern Munich in the last decades, really. Matthias Sammer is not here today. He is battling some health issues, but it was great to see him yesterday at the players' party. He seems to be doing a lot better, or doing well, should I say. And today, maybe just a little bit much, this whole thing during his recovery process. Here come the most important men and women on the team. The 2 captains, Melanie Behringer, also one of the most decorated German international players, an absolutely incredible career. And of course the same goes for Philipp Lahm. What can we say about Lahm? Another one of these men who make it all happen. World champion. Maybe European champion soon? No, not according to Philipp Lahm. There have been rumors about him returning to the German national team in a few weeks' time, but he has said, no way, it's not going to happen. Philipp Lahm, one of the most decorated football players in German football history, in world football, really. He celebrates this very special 4th championship in succession.
And everything that goes with it, I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends.
So the mayor of Munich, Dieter Reiter, will speak a few words here to the Bayern fans. I hope I can hear everything he says. Are you happy that Bayern won it? I'm very happy. It's my 3rd year as the mayor of Munich, and it's the 3rd time in succession that I'm on this balcony. Last season and this season, I was able to welcome 2 teams here on this balcony, and I'd like to congratulate all of you to this outstanding season. I've just been elected for 4 more years, so I have time every year. I have no problem attending this party each year. Munich is proud of Bayern Munich. You are the best ambassadors of this city.
Das ist jetzt unser Schurfix, Dieter. Das ist jetzt der Schurfix. So, Freunde, hier ist er, der FC Bayern München, der Stern des Südens.
FC Bayern, Stern des Südens, du wirst niemals untergehen, weil wir in guten wie in schlechten Zeiten zueinander stehen. FC Bayern, deutscher Meister, ja, so heißt er, mein Verein. Ja, so war es und so ist es und so wird es immer sein. Ob Bundesliga, im Pokal oder Champions League. Ja, gibt es denn was Schöneres als einen Bayern-Sieg? Hier ist Leben, hier ist Zeiten zueinander stehen. FC Bayern, deutscher Meister, ja so heißt er, mein Verein. Ja so war es und so ist es und so wird es immer sein. FC Bayern, deutscher Meister, ja so heißt er, mein Verein. Ja so war es und so ist es und so wird es immer sein.
Ja, so wird es immer sein, wie Lobi schon gesagt hat. So, Freunde, es ist ja, ich habe jetzt hier noch ein zweites Mikrofon, gell? Wir haben hier nichts.
You all know this song, the
Müssen wir mal schauen, wem
club anthem, Stern des Südens, Star of the South. And I think Stefan Liemann's going to try to get a few interviews out of the players. The first one is Manuela Zinsberger.
wir harren der Dinge, die da kommen. Bitte schön.
Wer nicht hüpft, der ist kein Meister. Hey, hey. Wer nicht hüpft, der ist kein Meister. Hey, hey. Wer nicht hüpft, der ist kein Meister. Hey, hey. Wer nicht hüpft, der ist kein Meister. Hey, wer nicht hüpft, der ist kein Meister. Hey, hey. Wer nicht hüpft, der ist kein Meister. Hey, hey. Münchens wahre Liebe. Münchens wahre Liebe.
Und jetzt deutscher Fußballmeister. Deutscher Fußballmeister. Deutscher Fußballmeister.
Super Bayern, hey, hey. Super Bayern, hey, hey. Super Bayern, hey, hey. Super Bayern, hey, hey. Auf geht's.
Wie wäre denn ein Duett zwischen Manuela und David? Gibt es irgendeine österreichische Volksweise? David, verzirkt sich schon. Gibt ein Interview.
To Felix Austria.
So we have an interview here with David Alaba coming up.
Zwei so hübsche Menschen noch dazu, so
Two
talentiert.
beautiful people, talented football players. How do you feel standing here on the balcony, Vicky? It's a really special feeling for us. We won the championship twice. I hope we can get used to more.
Du bist fast schon dran gewöhnt an dieses. Der wird drüber geholt. Du hast dich schon dran gewöhnt.
David, you're used to winning the championships.
Dennoch immer was Tolles.
Is it always something special nonetheless? Absolutely. This is what you play and work all season long for. It's a great feeling to be here, and you can't really describe how it feels to be here.
Morgen habt ihr trainingsfrei, aber dann wird's nochmal Vollgas gegeben am Samstag.
On Tuesday, you start training again. Is it going to be a tough week? We have a big goal ahead of us to win the cup final, and on Tuesday we're going to concentrate, work hard, and do everything we can to be successful on Saturday in Berlin.
Vicky muss morgen schon wieder ran. Die Mannschaft
Vicky, you have to play tomorrow against Leverkusen.
nicht mehr besonders wichtig, dennoch gehe ich mal davon aus, dass ihr alles gibt.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Also
We want to show a good performance. We want to keep going and keep pushing to the very end. We will try to show our best performance yesterday as well in the Grünwalder Stadium, and then we'll celebrate the championship even more tomorrow.
Die Schale hier rausgebracht. Wie war denn das?
How did you feel carrying the trophy out?
den Balkon zu eröffnen.
I'm only the third goalkeeper, but I can get used to coming out here every year.
Es war unfassbar nett. Hat mir auch noch mal 3
Tom Starke explained exactly what I had to do. I know it's not that difficult, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess this up. Tom Starke is a very, very pleasant
Und feiert's noch schön.
person. Enjoy the celebrations. So here's an interview with Philipp Lahm. Philip Lahm says, we can party today. The girls, they have to play tomorrow.
Kurz, David. Das sind deine Fans, David Alaba!
David Alaba is going to join us here on the balcony as well.
Was hat der Mann? Manuela, komm, das ist doch. Dass ich das noch erleben darf, meine Damen und Herren.
So here two
Zwei
Austrians, two
herausragende Sportler aus
outstanding
Österreich. Jetzt mit einer
athletes
Datenvolksweise. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ihr macht's das.
from Austria. And Stefan Lehmann is forcing them to sing us a song. Let's see what happens.
Gestern war eine schwere Partie für uns alle, glaube ich.
Oh, wie schwach.
Das ist einmal noch so heimkommst.
So mag geschiedene Leute.
Tom Wörle, der Hahn im Korb, aber das bist du ja gewohnt.
Here's Tom Waller, the coach of the ladies team.
Hier oben auf dem Balkon.
Feels great to be here today.
Feiern dürfen gemeinsam.
It's
Tolles und
fantastic for us to be able to celebrate this together with the boys. Both teams deserve to be here. It's a party. Vivian Miedema.
denke ich, kann man auch vielleicht sogar die neue Torschützenkönigin feiern. Wer weiß.
I hope we can celebrate the new top scorer in the ladies league.
Dann doch morgen noch mal.
So Vivian, it's a really important game for you tomorrow, isn't it?
Punkte sind ja nicht mehr so wichtig.
The points aren't that important anymore, but do you think your whole team will play for you?
Schön, aber wir wollen ja natürlich gewinnen.
Well, we want to win. That's the most important thing for us. We want to perform well. And I think it's going to be a really fun experience.
Ganz cool, ja.
Are you enjoying this?
Aber es ist super. Und
It's fantastic. I wasn't able to make it last season, so I love it. Tom, one more question.
Welche Meisterschaft war schwerer? Die
Which championship was more difficult? The Surprise Championship? No, this one. To defend the championship was more difficult. This season, every team wanted to beat us. They wanted to push us off the top. We had 40 games without defeat at one point, and so everyone was super motivated to win against us, and it's a great performance of my team throughout the whole season to actually play so consistently, and we're really looking forward to the new season. So I think the third championship is probably going to be the easiest one of all. Good luck, and thanks for coming. I think we have a little bit of a Thomas Müller show coming up now.
Ja, okay. Da noch ein bisschen, da noch ein bisschen. Okay.
Das ist gerade unser Endbild, wir sind gleich drauf.
Gib mir ein H! Gib mir ein U! Gib mir ein Vielen Dank, liebe Leute. Exzellente Unterstützung. Und jetzt kommt unser Deutschprofessor, Frank Ribery.
Thomas thanking the fans for the report all season long, and he announces the German professor, Frank Ribery. The fans want to see him.
Meine Kontrakt verlängert, nur für euch.
Thomas Müller says Ribery just extended his contract. I'm not sure if I can translate that.
Das ist immer schön hier. Ich freue mich. Ich bin glücklich. Aber ich wollte dir sagen etwas. David Alaba war so schlecht heute.
Frank Ribery is thanking the fans for coming here. He says it's a fantastic experience every season. But he criticized David Alaba for his song and is out singing him now. This is a song that The stadium plays when he scores.
Oh! Bist du was? Kick! Ah, ich habe 2 Französisch mit mir, aber keine Ahnung vom Deutsch. Ich weiß nicht, wo er gelernt, in Schule oder so, aber keine Ahnung. Oh, bitte Benasia! Wo bist du? Guck, guck, guck!
Franck Ribéry forcing Mehdi Benatia onto the front of the stage. Obviously making fun of the fact that his compatriots Benatia and Kingsley Coman don't really speak a word of German.
Wo bist du, Kind? Komm! Er ist der Bruder von Alaba. Schau, manchmal ich weiß nicht, wenn es Alaba oder Kind Coman. Ich liebe dich.
So there's 3 words he knows. I love you.
Ich liebe euch.
Ich liebe euch.
Arturo! Arturo, mafioso! Arturo, o la mafia! Ja, vedi qua, Arturo! Seine beste Wort von Arturo, Junge! Junge, Junge! Hey, Junge! Komm, Junge! Ja, nein! Nein, vedi qua! Nein! Wieder! Nein! Sag deine beste Wort. Junge. Guten Tag, wie geht's?
Danke, Chef.
Ah, der beste Mann. Rafina, oh, Rafina, oh, Rafina, oh. Bien, mon frère. Oh, was schwer diese Nacht für ihn. Oh, lolo. Allez, ma fille. Viel Glück.
Hallo? Hallo? Hi! Hallo! Everybody together. Ja, was soll ich singen? Eine Idee? Ja, was ist eine Idee?
Gib uns Wonderful World, Rafa.
Okay, Leute, dann machen wir so zusammen. Helft mir bitte. Volare, cantare, lebru, lebri, nochmal. Volare, cantare, lebru, lebri, lebru. Danke, Leute.
Aber eins geht vielleicht zusammen noch. Komm mal her, Manuela, Laura, wie ihr alle heißt. Denn eins möchte ich mal festhalten. In bester Sami Kufur-Manier. Rot-weiße Trigo, wir haben rot-weiße Trigo.
Weiße Trikot, rot-weiße Trikot. Rot-weiße Trikot, wir haben rot-weiße Trikot. Rot-weiße Trikot, wir haben rot-weiße Trikot.
Sehr schön, Freunde. Ich glaube, zwischendrin mal wieder zum Durchatmen. Hier, deutscher Fußballmeister Stefan, hörst du uns? Also, lass mal
Deutscher Fußballmeister! Deutscher Fußballmeister! Deutscher Fußballmeister!
Here's an unusual pair. Leonie Meyer has actually experienced more championships than one of the men's team. I think there's some problems with Herbert's microphone. Let's see if we can get this interview with Leonie Meyer and Joshua Kimmich going in a minute or so. So they're going to try again. Leonie Meyer and Joshua Kimmich. Leonie Meyer has, of course, won more championships than Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich, of course, celebrates his first championship, 23 games. Leonie, you're here for the second time. Is it good? Of course, it was outstanding last season already, and we confirmed it with this season. It was just incredible, and it's fantastic to be able to celebrate together with the men's team. Was it good being here together with Joshua? Of course. Joshua, it's the first time you're up here. You're one of the few players who celebrates his first championship. How do you feel being here for the first time? Feels outstanding. Look at how many people are down there, and they're only here for us, only here to celebrate this championship with us. As a football player, there's nothing better. I'm sure you wouldn't mind coming back. No problem. Yesterday, you came out onto the stage at the players' party with the championship trophy. Why was that? I don't know. I think everyone knows how heavy this trophy is, so the youngest player has to carry it. Because everyone knew that I had to stand there for 10 minutes with this incredibly heavy trophy. Your first season at Bayern Munich, everyone knew you were a great talent, and everyone knew that you could celebrate a breakthrough. Are you surprised that you did achieve it? I was hoping to be able to play. I played in the first half of the season and much more so in the second half of the season, and it feels great to be able to contribute to this success and not only be a fifth wheel. I hope that we can win the cup as well. Leonie, you have to play tomorrow, so I assume we can't celebrate too much today. We're playing against Hoffenheim tomorrow, and you're right, we can't celebrate too much. Tomorrow we play Hoffenheim in the Grünwalder Stadium, then we'll officially get the trophy, and then we can party. Are you going to try to prepare goals for Vivian? Well, I can't play, but the team, I'm sure, will try to help Vivian win the top scoring trophy. She totally deserves it. She played an outstanding season. She's an incredibly important player for us. Great interview partners. Thank you very much for joining us. So as you can see, the City Hall balcony celebrations are slowly coming to an end. We were able to enjoy the Bayern team, at least most of the Bayern team. David Alaba and Arturo Vidal taking these selfies that are so popular with the players, because of course it is an amazing opportunity for the players to be here. It's a great experience. Again, the whole city is really up and about. Everyone tries to conglomerate at Marienplatz to catch a glimpse of these championship celebrations, and I think this season the team really and truly deserved this highlight. 4th championship in succession, overall the 26th championship for Bayern Munich, cementing their dominant position in German football. Pep Guardiola and his boys have one more game to play. That's next Saturday against Borussia Dortmund in the DFB Cup final, a game that we can all look forward to now and concentrate on, because when these two teams clash, it is always just an absolutely incredible game. It's in front of an incredible atmosphere. It's unique about Berlin that you really have 50% Bayern fans, 50% Dortmund, so usually wonderful atmosphere and a wonderful game, and let's hope for the Bayern team, for the Bayern players, and for Pep Guardiola, they can end this era with another trophy and celebrate the double, so that the Bayern fans can enjoy even more trophies, even more celebrations, even more highlights. It's been a wonderful season. It's been an amazing season with countless records, of course. You can look all of the statistics up on our website. You can also stay tuned to our website and our social media channels, the FCB TV News, Facebook, YouTube, our social media accounts to experience the build-up to the most highly anticipated game of the domestic football season, the cup final on Saturday in Berlin. And then after that, we will certainly provide you with a few roundups, with season closing interviews with the key players of the Bayern team. Then we can catch a breath for a few minutes, enjoy a few weeks of without football, I suppose, before the European Championship starts. And then at the beginning of July, already during the European Championships, Carlo Ancelotti will start his work at Bayern Munich with those players not participating in the European Championships. And let's hope for Bayern Munich that we will experience an equally or similarly exciting and successful season with Carlo Ancelotti next year, and hopefully a similarly successful era with Carlo Ancelotti. I think we have a few more words from our field reporter Herbert Steffe before we finally say goodbye. Let's see what Herbert has to say to us before we end today's broadcast. You can see here Dieter Reiter speaking to the team. And Herbert Steffe also says goodbye from the balcony. In the background, you can see that the fans are slowly but surely moving away. We had wonderful weather here. That is pretty amazing, considering that there was a hailstorm in Munich this morning. The teams are now going to put their signature down in the Golden Book of Munich. And then tomorrow and in 2 days' time, the preparation for the cup final will start. Mayor Dieter Reiter just addressed the team. Here's Karl-Heinz Rummenigge doing the same. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to all of our outlets and channels in the upcoming days for the build-up for the cup final. It's certainly going to be a great highlight and a great end to a great season. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.